Welcome back, talking USD Coyote football with Jay Elsen and John Thayer. Running the football, the Coyotes in the Missouri Valley last year, 10th of 11 teams in rushing, about 115 yards a game. A priority, I would think, to get the ground game going this year.
I think so. It always is, right? Your offense starts with your rushing attack, and when the quarterback plays inconsistent and you're struggling to throw the football, it's going to put a little more pressure on the run game. It allows them to stop that. But, I mean, you look at USD, and obviously Travis Tice is back. He's a guy who, over the last 2 years, each of the last 2 years, he averages 4.5 yards per carry. I mean, the dude can just run somebody over at the point of attack, not afraid of contact. He'll get out and he'll run, which is exciting to see. And then a couple of guys back from injury. You know, Mike Manzaret, who we saw go for 141 yards at Cal Poly a couple of years ago and a couple of touchdowns. And Nate Thomas, who was really, really coming out strong 2 years ago before his injury in the spring. So I think with those three, it's a good starting point. Then you add Charles Pierre Jr., who looked really strong in the spring game, and a couple others into the mix. I think, you know, for the first time in a while, they're going to have a group that they can really rotate, lean on a few different guys, and keep the bodies healthy because these guys are not afraid to initiate contact, and that doesn't always mean you're going to stay healthy.
It's clearly the best running back group that they've had at the Division I level in terms of depth, overall talent. Now, Nate Thomas has a lot to do with that, and he certainly helps coming back. They lost Shamari Lawrence. He went to the FBS at FIU. But they gained Nate Thomas back. So I would say that at the very least is a wash in terms of overall ability and what we know Nate Thomas can do when he's got the ball in his hands.
All right, here's more on running back Nate Thomas coming back from that injury.
It's a little hard to see here, but this is the most excited Nate Thomas has ever been to put on his football pads.
I've been hungry for a year. I've been starving, and I had to just sit on the sidelines and watch people live my dream, and now I'm able to get back on there and living myself, so it's a good feeling for sure.
After exploding onto the scene as a true freshman, Thomas learned how quickly football can be taken away the following spring when he suffered a knee injury that cost him all of 2022. 1 year later, he says that experience, start to finish, gave him a whole new perspective on the game and the process.
Whenever I question or thinking about it's feeling bad, I always think about where I used to be, and that always helped me and appreciate where I'm at now, but also motivates me to where I need to be. So right now, I think it's a time to rebuild myself and become even a better running back, a better person, start using my mind more, start using everything, you know, not just physical, you know. So it's not 100%, but how I'm progressing right now, I'll get there.
For now, the Coyotes are exercising an abundance of caution with their talented young running back, limiting him to individual work. But that hasn't prevented Thomas from reminding coaches and teammates exactly what they've been missing.
I'm playing like it's a game, you know, even though it's tempo down, it's like I can't be tempo right now. I gotta act like it's a game, so then summertime I could be ready to be contact, and then that would be getting me ready for the fall. So right now I'm just trying to be all in right now.
He's moving well. He's gaining confidence, which is one of the things when you come back off an injury like that, you got to kind of regain your confidence. And I think he has that now and is really excited about the fall.
He runs hard. He's an unbelievable drive, and also he's a great leader on this team. You know, he brings a lot of energy. That's the guy you want on your team, and it's going to be great to have him back.
All right, Thomas, 2 years ago, before he got hurt, averaged about 6 yards a carry. Only got it about 11 times a game, though. And with him and Tice, is anybody going to get the football and run it more than 15 times a game? How's that going to work?
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think, you know, it starts with Travis Tice. He's their guy, right? He's their bell cow. But I think Nate Thomas, when he's in there, you're going to see the explosiveness of wanting more. And like we said, there's a couple other guys waiting in the wings, so they all just got to take their opportunities as they come.
Yeah, it's been kind of a committee approach over the last couple of years anyway, so I do think it's going to stay that way. That being said, it's a great problem to have when you can turn to one guy or another and keep going down the list and know that you're getting a lot of ability with whoever that is that you're turning to. So, you know, these guys all have great attitudes, and I'll say that. Dante Warren does a tremendous job with that room, establishing that kind of mentality. You know, they're going to pick each other up, and we're not going to get too consumed with who's got the ball and how many times. And so that's the situation they're in, and I think they're going to keep riding it that way, especially when everybody's healthy. Now, that could completely change. A couple guys go down with injury, but for now, that's what they have, and it's a luxury, let's be honest.
A couple guys for sure we know that can get the job done. All right, up next, a peek at the Coyote defense. Again, some great players in Mogensen and Miles and Webb and Holden. How do they put it all together defensively this season at USD?